joining us to talk more about these recent shootings at or near high school football games, former CIA officer and FBI Special Agent Tracy Walder. And Tracy, I know you're an educator as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Natasha.
And Tracy, as you're surveying these disparate cases of gun violence at high school football games this year, what is standing out to you?
Well, it's interesting. I was just at a high school football game actually last night with my 8-year-old. And what I'm seeing in most of these is that there are obviously disputes that are escalating and ending in violence. However, we have to remember last year in the Dallas area, 2 individuals were arrested for plotting a mass shooting at a stadium. And an AR was found in their vehicle along with 60 rounds of ammunition. And, really what I'm seeing is there's multiple points of entry to these stadiums. And I think a lot of times educators, we're trained in terms of the school itself security, but the training for stadium security, particularly high school stadium security, really doesn't exist quite yet.
Interesting. So are you saying that these sort of one-off cases, albeit tragic, are sort of like a canary in the coal mine in terms of unveiling and unmasking these vulnerabilities just for how dangerous this situation can be and how unprepared we are for it?
I think it is kind of showing how really we are unprepared. A lot of these schools have metal detectors and things like that when you enter them. But the problem is they haven't installed them at the stadiums. And I'm not sure that they should. I don't know that we make these more hardened targets. I'm not sure what the best solution is here. But the fact of the matter is stadiums now are starting to ban things like backpacks and fanny packs and only allowing sort of those see-through purses into the stadiums. Metal detectors are a very expensive investment, and they can't just relocate them from the front of schools to stadiums because now you've left them with not there at the front of school. So I think this is highly problematic, especially when it's a very porous situation. There's lots of entry and exit points.
Yeah, I mean, so, lots of entry and exit you're mentioning. And what are the other specific risks if someone fires a weapon at a sporting event compared to inside of a school building?
So inside of a school building, yes, you have confusion, but you don't have mass confusion. Typically, these are happening sort of, inside a classroom. I mean, you don't have thousands of people really sort of flocking all over the place. And that is what becomes problematic because then you can't find the source of the shooting quickly and neutralize that threat.
Okay. Tracy Walder, always appreciate the context and time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.